Good evening, guys. It's 5:14 p.m. Today is Wednesday or Thursday. Thursday, sorry. See, I don't even keep track of the days now. Just because of this, spooky, I would say, back and forth price action. I'm now pissed off. The way it is moving. It's hard to even trade. Take one trade and even hold on to it. But anyway, it's 5:14 p.m. Today is PPI. And then tomorrow consumer sentiment. So we will stay neutral today in general to begin with, just because of this damn news. People like to trade news. So, and then it's the same statement as yesterday up to this point. Okay, now 341 to 369 is the key for NQ. Above buyers still have a control for NQ, below sellers beginning or ping pong, and ES 46 and 62 will decide at the end. Right, so remember this level, it's a key for buyers to hold above basically. Right, see this 369 to the T, almost to the tick, it became a low of the day despite entire morning down price. Right, it touched this level, only this single level, and it bounced. So see, that's how the levels are very powerful. So ES 46 basically held as day high. See, this is the problem now. This area became the day high. Actually, both were by line in sand for buyers for today. So ES turned this line in sand into resistance basically. It did not go above this area at all, while NQ came to this area and it turned into support. See, that is the issue in this environment. One is holding a support, one is holding a resistance. That's a very tough situation to trade. So ES buyers from yesterday have to hold above 46. See that line in sand, else ping pong down move. Correct. Only NQ is making new high, but other indexes are not supporting the idea. So ideal buyer situation will be for NQ to slowly move higher but hold higher, which NQ did, and others three have to move faster higher, which they did not do it. That's why we ended up doing ping pong. For ideal sell situation would be other three have to tank faster, which they did, and NQ will break down, but it did not. It held above this. Now there is no situation now. See that. So for now, ES 46 and NQ this area, buyers have a control in general. Right, so it's a pretty straightforward notes. Right, now you can see this is my 46 line. Right, price pretty much open below it. Right, and then take. Right, NQ open above it, which is here. Then it's also tank, but it came to this line 369 350. So this actually, not 369 here and then 359. So this was the area. Yesterday's red line turning into support. That was the whole idea. So this entire area was buyer's area. So 341 to 369. See this area. Okay, so buyers held it here and sellers held it here. See, this is the problem, right? So but anyway, so now here is the key. See, so this was before open, right? So so notes, right? So notes were right here. What is the notes? See, these are the notes, right? So for NQ notes, right? So these are the notes. Preferred buyers area. See, held it, right? And ES preferred buyers area was this. Okay, 44 46. ES went below it, right, in the pre-market itself. So this area can turn into resistance now. Right, now NQ was way above it, so NQ has still buyers in it, while ES intraday sellers could be active from here. Right, this area now. See, that was the tough situation to trade. One is holding support, one is holding resistance. Right, but anyway, in Discord I said one thing. I said, so right of the open here, which is, hold on, let me pull it out. Right here, 9:27 AM, resistance 44.46, ES, NQ 423, 430 resistance are of the open to watch, right? And here again I repeated 928, that focus on this of the open to watch, right? So 423, which is this area, 430, 423, right, of the open. So open here, went there, right? I was watching. ES 44, 46, ES even couldn't get to 44, right? It bounced off from 43. See, the moment ES touched here, right, of the open, and then coming down, right, or even just touched it and like slight poke down, right, I knew that sellers are responding, you know. So I shorted NQ at 423 right here, not ES, because ES did not touch this level, you know, but NQ touched 430 basically to the T almost, right here, almost, you know. So I shorted NQ targeting this 400. So that was my first trade. While ES, I was hoping that it will go to this 20, okay, but it did not, you know. So it bounced ahead of it, like 1 point or 2 point ahead of it. See, that's the thing I didn't like it. Now NQ, right, went all the way to 380. So when it came, it went through this 400, I was looking for this level, right? But anyway, I built out here because my Ninja Trader was, you know, was giving me a hard time today. Something was off there, you know. It was like when I press the button, it takes like almost 1 minute 30 seconds to even close my order. But anyway, so I closed it here, these things. Then I was waiting, you know. During this time I was not even able to connect to my Ninja Trader. So then I waited, price went up, you know, went down, you know. I was waiting all this thing, you know. I didn't even trade it, but this was a trade here, but you know, it was, you never know, because this was a support, like boundary close to this, right? And if ES bounce ahead of it, right, now it's a problem to go short here, you know. So this would be like different arrow. You have to wait. You can't short it at the first test, because this 400 should act as a resistance now, right? Balance breakdown. So but you have to wait, because the way the bounce happened from the support, right? See, NQ has a bias on it overall about this area, so you don't want to like fade it right here, you know. So of the open is fine because it moves on certain days, always usually basically. But after that, since it bounced, straight bounce here, it's exhausted. You can short, but you have to wait. See here, if you shorted here, it would have stopped you out right here. So you have to wait, you know, especially in Q1. ES you can short because ES is already weak, but NQ is still holding, right? CS was holding below 46, so you can short. But considering bounce in NQ, you want to wait for a pullback in ES, you know, little bit higher, then you can short, you know. So it's a risky, you know. So the way you want to do it is you want to zoom down to 1 minute or 30-second or 15-second chart. You have to see how it is holding up at 400, you know. The moment you see a mini fail breakdown here, you short and you target again this level, right? But look at here, it came close to it, again damn thing bounce. See, this is where I was pissed off, that hey, now it's not a good environment for me to trade, okay. So we were still watching it, and then I said more than 20 minutes passed right here, and if price couldn't get to here and ES couldn't get there, something is off, you know. So ideally you should bail out, you know. Then your chances for your trade to work out is only 50-50 at that point. Then we still watched it, and look at this garbage, right? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then finally NQ broke out about this 400 right here. I was watching. I said, you know what, I will not go long until NQ goes above 415 to 430. Till then I will not go long, and neither short after this point, because I was holding, I was not doing actually anything at that point, you know? So here at this point, when it went higher, I was almost sure that it will go higher, you know. But then I also had a backup idea in mind that usually, you know, since it's a pending test for this area, it may go higher and fail, because because in the range bound it's hard to get good risk reward, because you have to trade in the middle. But when you trade at the edges, and if you go opposite, and if it works out in your favor in a certain context, okay, not always, then it will go straight there. So I was watching that idea also. So the moment NQ went higher, like here, and then it came down like this. It was coming down. At the same moment I said fail breakout. Right here I said. So 1018 you can see ES was right here. What was here? ES was right here at this area 30, you know. So that's where I took the short, right here at 402, you know, only in NQ, not ES. And now I was pretty damn sure that it will touch this area. Okay, then an ES will go to 20, and then that's where I will bait out my trade, right? But that was the final moment, like a last thing. Then it came down straight like this, right? Look at the candle size and everything, right? It should have easily gone to here at that point in time, you know, at 1022, and here also in ES, right? See, look at ES also came close to 20, it couldn't touch it, right? See, that was the sign. I say, you know what? And then I saw this again going up and then close right here, see. And then ES, meanwhile, if you look at ES very carefully, so remember I said fail breakout, fail breakdown, right? Risk reward. So ES like one tick below this area, low, and then closed up. See, at this time, looking at this, it should have easily gone to 20, but the moment it did this, second bar this, and like this, I was out right here in NQ at the same time, you know, right here, and immediately I said call it a day off, which was around 1024 right here, you know, 1022 to 24 in between, right? So hold on, let me show you, right? So just wanted to let you know. So in the morning, entire morning, I was aiming for this 369, okay, my short trade, and then I called it off. See, 1024, I am calling it a day off. See that? Voice off, no point in watching the price now. We have gave enough time to price to once, right? No long, no shorts for me, right? And then here I said got alert at the 1044, 361, see, which was, this was my area, 360, sorry, right? So it touched 360 here, right? And then I said, now look at this, what I said after that. If I would have held it, this would be my exit, you know, I would have cut my short in both, correct? And then internals are favoring shorts, but price is not respecting internals, equal to it by chance. If you see NQ rallying up above 415.13, 30, right, it is a good indication that price will continue to trend higher in both at that point, assuming ES goes above 31.38 by that time, right? So if price, so now I said it's a good, so here I immediately sensed it. The moment I got this alert, I sensed it that now okay, after this bar I sensed it that now most likely it will continue to go higher, you know, but I was outside anyway and I was not supposed to trade after this damn thing, you know. So then now look what I did. I said that, right, 415, which is this area, to 430, if it goes above it, so you can look at this move, right, and now it went above entire this area, right? So, and then by the time if ES is above 31.38, so by 1106, right, if you see ES 1106, which is right this, it was above 31, which is this line, and 38 it reached, right? Now the chances are it will continue to trend higher. That is what I said, right, in Discord, even at 1044, correct? So now after that, see, buyers are confirming they will at least try to go here, and NQ will try to go back to here, no? Dream number pretty much. So now if you are trading it, you look for a pullback into this area, 31 to, you know, 33 somewhere, and you want to see it holding it, that's all. And then NQ, see this 400 area here, see, touched it, rejected, touched it, rejected, touched it, rejection, finally touched it and went above it, still got rejection. Here also touched it, rejection, but couldn't go down. Up, now this is the time, this is the level, basically you go long if it pulls back there, you know. Same time ES is here, then you go long. So see that, that's it. Target this, target this, you're done, right? And that's it. That's the only trade I can see. Rest all this garbage, you know. This is the only clear trade. This is garbage, because once it goes above it, it should not go back below this area, right? So here you can see it bounce off, cancel. See, this is a screw up price. This price action itself is telling you that price may fall, which was around 1 o'clock, right? So 1 o'clock also I typed it somewhere. Where did I type it? I typed it somewhere, you know. I'm just looking in Discord. I'm typing so many messages, you know, in Discord. Hold on. Anyway, I couldn't find it. So many typing. But anyway, so now this price action is telling you it's not gonna go anywhere, right? So actually, so that means it's not gonna go up. It may come down to maybe this point, and that is what essentially, if you're observing this line, see, levels are very powerful. When price is choppy, the level will work, but then you have to find a trade around levels in a certain context, like intraday context, right? So this price action tells me that now it's not gonna go down, not gonna go higher, it will go down. So now you watch this level. So when it came down, pull back like this, right? This is a mini balance breakdown. Pull back, you short, and then it goes down, right? But then look at this, it bounced randomly from here and went here. So this is a stop runs, you know, because people who ever shorted it here, they're targeting this. So even before reaching there, it goes there. So when people see price going up to here, they will bail out, you know, and or they will tighten up their stop right here above this high, you know, when price goes down like this. So it's like stop run, right? So it like scare them away, and then touched it here, and then boom. See that? So this is ridiculous price action, you know. So that's why I don't like to trade when I notice something like this. I don't trade for the rest of the day, because I know price will do like this. And then here, look at this. See that? Came down straight and then suddenly up, right? And then looks like here it's gonna go to moon, and then balance, breakdown, again went through this level, again acted as a resistance, and then closed right there. So now you know this level is important, right? So tomorrow, right? So tomorrow we have a CPI, consumer sentiment, right? So tomorrow, ideally, as long as buyers are holding about this level, they have a control in general, okay? Now best case scenario, if buyers are aggressive, right, then you want them to actually open somewhere into this range, 494 to 450, right here, somewhere around. I want price to get open and then go. That is what I want to see for buyers, okay? And that be all.